What would I like to see from Halloween Ends? Let's talk about that. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today we are going to talk Halloween Ends. That's right, Halloween Ends, coming out in October of this year. We are about 5 months and some change away from the conclusion of David Gordon Green's trilogy. It will also be the end of Laurie Strode, putting a conclusion to a character that we've had for the last 40 years. I think the previous two movies did some good things and they did some bad things, and here's exactly what I would like to see out of Halloween Ends. To start off, I would like to go back to the roots. I want to see Michael as the predator that he is. I want to see him stalking his prey prior to killing them. In the original Halloween, that was one of the things that built up that suspense, is seeing Michael follow the people around that he was after. I think that builds the suspense in some way that we don't get with these previous movies. I love the over-the-shoulder shots where the character walks by and then Michael stands behind them, and you get that over-the-shoulder shot of Michael standing there lurking in the distance watching them. I think that adds to the suspense of the movie, and it is something that I've always enjoyed. Another thing I love in that same area is the Michael's there 1 minute and then he's gone the next. It kind of adds to that, is he supernatural? Is he not supernatural? It's one of the things that kind of toes the line on that subject, and it's something that I enjoy because I think that one of the things that makes Michael Myers so great is the amount about him that we don't know. Is he supernatural? Is he not supernatural? They always toe that line, and I think that is fantastic, and I want to see more of that. Another thing that I want to see in Halloween Ends is I do not want to know why Michael does what he does. I don't want some discovery to where everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's why he does what he does. No. Keep the mystery alive. Keep him the shape. Keep him mysterious. You know, the thing that separates Michael Myers from all the other franchise killers is the fact that we don't know things. All we know is that when he was a boy, he killed his sister, he was taken away, and nobody understood why he did what he did. And I think that's one of the things that makes Michael Myers so fascinating and so interesting, is that pale, blank, emotionless persona that he puts out. The mystery, all of that stuff is what makes Michael Myers the shape. It's what makes Michael Myers so much different from the rest. It's how could this person from this upbringing do what he did? And I want to keep that the same. I don't want any answers to why he does what he does. Another thing I would like to see is, we've heard that this movie is a much smaller movie than Halloween Kills. So to me, that means there's going to be less of a lot of things. So less kills. And if we're going to get less kills, I want to see creative kills. I mean, they don't have to go all Jason and cut somebody in half, but I want to see something a little different from what we've seen already. I would love to see new and creative ways of Michael killing people. And if we're going to get less, I feel like we should get more creativity with that. Give us something new. Another thing I wouldn't mind seeing is maybe a little flashback scene. They did so well with that in Halloween Kills, and it was something that I really enjoyed about that movie. And I would probably like to see maybe another little flashback scene back to the night of 78. I think that would be really cool, but knowing they have to be careful with that because we don't want to change anything that worked so well for the original. Just maybe a little something for the fans that did enjoy that part of Halloween Kills. Another thing that I definitely want to see, the mask. Do not change the mask. The mask for this trilogy to me is absolute fire. It is fantastic. You start messing with the mask, you start taking people out of the movie. There are numerous Halloween sequels that I just couldn't get into because I felt like the mask looked ridiculous. Do not change that. The mask is everything to Michael Myers. Keep the eyes black. I do not want to see his eyes. It's just the perfect mask, in my opinion, of course, that they are using in this trilogy. There are 4 things that go along with the mask that I think. The way the mask looks, his eyes have to be black. I cannot see his eyes. He has to have the devil's eyes. I do not want to see Michael's face. I do not want that mask to come off. I want to keep that a mystery. And the final thing, and maybe one of the bigger things, Michael cannot talk. Please do not have him talk. I don't want to hear him say one single word. That is not Michael Myers to me. Let's not change that at the end. If Michael dies, which I'm one of the few that don't want him to die, but if he does die, make sure that he goes out kind of somewhat realistically. What I mean by that is in Halloween Kills, we saw 20 people jump him and he killed all of them. Do not have one person with one weapon come in and kill Michael and end it. You know, there has to be something creative. Now, I know that it's a popular theory that the radio tower is going to have a lot to do with this, and some people are bouncing around the idea that maybe he falls off of it and that's what kills him, but let's just make sure that it is something that I can believe would actually kill him after seeing him do the things that we've already seen him do. We also know that this is Laurie Strode's last movie, so I feel like if we're going to kill this character off, she kind of has to go out with a bang as well. Do not make it some simple kill to where maybe Laurie's walking to her car and he jumps out behind her and just stabs her and that's the end of it. No, Laurie definitely has to go out in a cool way. I definitely want to see her go out in a way that shows love to her character. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to see her in any more Halloween movies, and I'm fine with that. But let's show respect to the character. So when she does go out, let's let her go out in a way that services the character. Another thing that I would like to see is don't give me some crazy twist ending. I know there are so many theories out, and Jamie Lee Curtis even came out herself and said, this movie will fuck you up. And I hear so many theories that maybe Michael's mask has a shamrock in it and we go the Halloween 3 route. Please don't. I hear that there is a dream theory. Please don't. There are just so many different theories that are being thrown out there right now, and I don't need anything crazy. You know, just wrap up the story, wrap it up in a way that makes sense to the fans and makes sense to the story and is not something too far-fetched. Let's not try so hard for a twist ending that we end up giving us an ending that we feel unsatisfied after this trilogy. And last but not least, and I'm pretty sure that they've already worked this out, and I'm pretty sure that it's probably going to be good. And I just want to mention that in this video because it's definitely something that I want a solid score. Halloween 2018 to me was probably the second best score in the franchise, if not the best. It is arguable with the original. It was that good. John Carpenter and his family did a fantastic job on that score. Give us another one. To me, in a Halloween film, the score is what sets the tone of the movie. It's what gives you those Halloween feelings when you're watching it. And I feel like that is super important. So those are the things that I would like to see for Halloween Ends. And I would love to hear some of the things that you would like to see in Halloween Ends. So let me know in the comments. And as always, please like and subscribe. And I will see you next time.